Who wouldn't go up on the housetop, click, 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 down through the chimney with old Saint Nick? Merry Christmas, everybody! All right, today is December 23rd, and we've only got, like, today left to cook to get ready for Christmas. So, I promised you quick, easy candies. This is stuff you can do today. Won't take you more than just maybe 15 to 20 minutes tops to make all three. So, first thing we're gonna do, you're gonna learn how to make sweetened condensed milk. How many times have you seen a recipe that you wanted to make, like a fudge or something quick? It calls for sweetened condensed milk and you don't have any, right? Okay. Or evaporated milk. The first step will be to make evaporated milk. In this pan, I have 2.5 cups of just regular milk, just plain old milk. All right? And what we're going to do is we're going to slowly simmer this. We're going to bring it up to a boil because you don't want it to scald. We're going to just get it hot to where it starts to boil. And then we're going to put it on simmer. And it's going to simmer until it reaches 2.5 cups reduces down to 1 cup. All right? And then you have evaporated milk. Then we cook in some sugar, and then you have sweetened condensed milk. Actually, you cook in brown sugar, and you have sweetened condensed milk. So, there you go. Life is good that way. So, you see, this is why you come to watch me, because you're going to learn something. Whether you want to or not. I'm going to teach you something whether you want to learn or not. I'm going to move that to the back, because we're going to be making another fudge here. So, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a peanut butter fudge. This is world-renowned peanut butter fudge. People love my peanut butter fudge. It's unreal how much they love my peanut butter fudge. All right? So that's what we're going to do first. I think. I'm not sure. And this is the easiest peanut butter fudge you'll ever make. I know, you're over there. That's fine. I'm coming back. Don't worry about it. I see you over there. I'm looking for my stuff. Because, you know, I wasn't ready. Y'all should be used to that by now. You're going to hear the microwave go off every once in a while. Well, there's the brown sugar right there. Good light. Lord, nurse. I've lost my mind again. And I've lost a measuring cup. I don't know what I did with that. Good night, nurse. Okay, so what we're going to do is, this is peanut butter fudge. We're going to take a stick of butter. There we go. We're going to take a stick of butter. I'm going to melt a stick of butter with 2 cups of brown sugar. Hardly any brown sugar left in there. So I'm just going to throw that in there. Can't have too much sugar. It's fudge. There's no calories at Christmas, so it doesn't matter. Well, it does matter, or it won't come together, but you know what I'm saying. That's for another one. We're going to be making peanut butter fudge. We're going to be making a dark chocolate coconut fudge. And we're going to be making a white chocolate candy cane fudge today. And they're all really simple, really easy. Remember, when you're working with brown sugar, it's not like regular sugar. You do have to pat it down into the measuring cup. You can't just loosely do it. It has to be in there tight. Keep an eye on your milk. Don't let it scald. You want it to steam just like that, and reduce down by half, more than half. How do you know it's reduced down? Look at the line that it makes on the side. When the line comes down, then you're there. Okay, so there's 1 cup. I hope all y'all are planning a really good Thanksgiving. Where am I at? Christmas! Hang on just a second. Alright. We want both of these on low. We don't want either one of them on high. Okay, some more brown sugar in the measuring cup. I'm right here. I'm just measuring out. You just can't see that part. I don't know if you can or not. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Have a holly jolly Christmas. And in case you didn't hear, oh, by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to melt this brown sugar and the butter, and we're going to put just a slightest little half a cup of vanilla in there, about a teaspoon of vanilla. And you always want to put your pinch of salt in there. And the reason for that is, people don't know, but this is what brings out, the salt brings out the sweetness. Why do you think salted caramel is so good? Why do you think everybody loves salted caramel? It's because of this. All right? So what we're going to do now, while this is cooking down, while we've got this cooking down, make sure the brown sugar is all in the butter. So it's 1 stick of butter, 2 cups of brown sugar, about a teaspoon or less, just a dash of vanilla, a pinch of salt. Okay, keep an eye on that, and definitely keep an eye on your milk. Keep an eye on the milk. You may have to stir it once in a while. That's okay. We're going to reduce this down to where it's just 1 cup. All right, let's move this out of the way. We're done with that. Okay, now in the bowl, see the big bowl? In the bowl, we're going to put 3 cups of powdered sugar. I think I got one right here. Lynn, I got more junk than Carter's got little pills. Okay, so we want 3 cups of powdered sugar. And remember how to make powdered sugar? Take regular sugar, put it in a food processor. Blender won't work. You'd have to have a food processor for this one. I know some of you don't have food processors. If they're on sale at Walmart, you can get a KitchenAid for $199. You just tell your husband that's what you want. Tell Santa, and he'll get you one. And you'll find that you'll bake a lot more and be a lot happier with that. Okay. Alright. So we got that done. I'm going to bring this to a boil. And I like to put just a touch of sweet cream in it. You don't have to. Just the slightest little bit, not much. But that's my secret ingredient that makes my fudge so rich and creamy. Okay, you're going to bring this to a boil. And it's going to boil for 2 minutes. What we're doing now is we're melting the sugar, and that cream will help that happen. I'm going to put just a touch more of that in there. Simply because I like the way it tastes. Hope you're all looking forward to a good Christmas. I'm going to have all 3 children. Our new daughter-in-law, Bernice, that you met the other day. Jasmine's beau, Cody. And Michael. I know. Notice I said just Michael. That boy can't even keep a cat, much less a girl. Give him time. He's sowing his wild oats, and I like that. I'd rather do it now. He's young. He's only 25. He's got plenty of time for life. Let him enjoy, now. So now we're going to do about 3/4 of a cup of peanut butter. You can use chunky or smooth. I prefer smooth, but if you're a chunky kind of person, you can do that. If you want to add peanuts to it, you can do that. Also, another quick baking tip. Okay, you make powdered sugar how? You put regular sugar in a food processor, turn it on high, let it roll, and there you go. Until it turns powder. What are we making here? Oh, that's right, evaporated milk. We're going to add brown sugar to it and dissolve that, and then it becomes sweetened condensed milk. Okay. stir. We're going to turn this up a little, isn't it? The sugar's still grainy. Alright, let me get this show on the road. I spend too much time talking and less time cooking. Another good baking substitute, since we're talking about substitutes. Another good baking substitute. If you see a recipe that calls for self-rising flour, I strongly, strongly encourage you not to buy self-rising flour. But some of you are going to. But you buy just plain old regular flour and put half a teaspoon of salt and a tablespoon of baking powder for every cup of flour. And that's how you make self-rising flour. I'm trying to make sure I got enough peanut butter in here, and I'm trying to use up all the peanut butter that's in here. I hate it when you have just a jar with like a mayonnaise or peanut butter where it's just like enough for 1 spoonful left in it. And my husband is notoriously bad about that. Alright, that'll be enough. Used up that whole thing of peanut butter. Good deal, Lucille. Alright. Okay, so now we're there. How do you know you're there? Look at all the bubbles. See how it's hard? It's actually turning into caramel now. So, we're going to turn it off. And you're going to stir in your peanut butter. And if you're going to add peanuts to it, or anything else to it, chocolate chips, peanut, now's the time to do that. And then you're going to watch some kind of weird chemistry happen in just a minute. So we got 3/4 of a cup of peanut butter, 2 cups of brown sugar, 1 stick of butter, and a dash of vanilla, and a pinch of salt. Alright? And we're going to mix this all together. That's still grainy. It looks grainy. Let it boil a little longer. Let it boil a little longer, because it is still grainy. Okay, let it go. You can see, you can tell if it, look, see how it looks like sand? That means the sugar's not melted down all the way. And what happens is, if you go ahead and do it, which you could, but if you go ahead and do that, guess what happens? You have a grainy texture in your fudge instead of a smooth, creamy, buttery texture, which is what you want. Just give that milk another stir. So you can say, I haven't forgot about you. I know you're sitting over there. And as soon as it looks pretty smooth, should take about 2 minutes on a boil. No more than 2 minutes usually. I don't know why it's taking so long now. And you're going to have an 8x8 pan. Let me move that other way. You're going to have an 8x8 pan. You're going to line it in foil, shiny side down. Spray it with some butter spray or rub butter on it. I use just regular butter spray. That's all it is. That's good. Now we're good. Okay, so now we're going to take our peanut butter mixture and we're going to pour it over the powdered sugar. The 3 cups of powdered sugar. You want all the goodness. Get all that goodness off the bottom. Don't forget that. Okay. Oops, I didn't want to do that one down. Okay, I want this back because I'm going to measure milk in a minute. When we're done with this, we're going to measure milk. So now you're just going to incorporate all the powdered sugar into the fudge. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to do that. I'll move you over a little bit. How about that? We move you over. Is that better? It better stand you up too. Everybody better now? All right. And it's going to be sticky. That's okay. You want it sticky. And you make sugar and molasses. That was hot. Woo-wee. Woo-wee. That was hot. That was real hot. Sugar and molasses. That's hot. It's too grainy now. I don't know what happened. I don't know what I've done. I don't know if it's the weather. I don't know what. But that's okay. We'll make it happen. We can make this happen. It's good when everything doesn't go perfect for me because I don't want to hear, well, I tried to do it at home and it didn't work for me. God, that doesn't want to hold together. I'm getting serious now. Now we're going to get serious. Turn this into something. If it's too wet, that's okay, because the longer you leave it in the fridge, the harder it gets. So, now it's turning into something. Alright. You can always fix anything. Just always remember, you can always add, you can never take away. That's good enough. Good enough. It's all incorporated. Works for me. Okay. I don't know what went wrong today. I don't know if it's because I was talking or what. Probably because I wasn't paying attention. When we're done with this, we're going to work on the milk. And normally, if you have everything ready and set to go, it'll make sure you mash it down in good, because what will happen is you'll end up with air holes. Nobody wants holy fudge. Although it is a holy holiday, so... I walked into the Dollar Tree yesterday morning. Good night. No, she'd have thought a bomb went off in there. That place, I just was decimated. I just went in there to get some bags. You know, gift bags. They still had plenty of those. They ain't had nothing else. So if you're in Lockhart planning on going to Dollar Tree, I would guarantee you it's done now. It's empty now. They probably should just close the door. Okay. See how that looks? Kind of smooth it out. I'm just patting it in, making sure it's patting in with the back of the spoon. Gosh, I burned my finger good. Alright, so this is going to go in the fridge for a couple of hours. So it's good to make this at night and then put it in the fridge overnight. Hopefully you won't have anybody get into it. After it's chilled, it's going to look like this. This is the first batch I made. Looks like this. And it's buttery. It just melts right in your mouth. It's very good. Peanut butter fudge. Melt a stick of butter. Add 2 cups of brown sugar. Bring it to a boil. Let it boil for 2 minutes. Stirring it until the sugar's dissolved. Add a pinch of salt. A dash of vanilla. And 3/4 of a cup of peanut butter. Stir that in. Turn it off. Then in a bowl, you've got 3 cups of powdered sugar. Pour the peanut butter mixture into the sugar, mix it all up, get it all melted together, and then put it in a buttered, full-lined, buttered 8x8 pan, and put it in the fridge for a few hours, a couple hours, and you're done. Peanut butter fudge. God, it's so good. Sorry. Okay, so here's our milk that we're reducing. Why are we doing this? What are we doing? We're making evaporated milk, and then we're going to take the evaporated milk and we're going to turn it into sweetened condensed milk. And we started with 2.5 cups, and we're trying to get down to a cup. We got a long way to go. We got a long way to go. Okay. It's okay if you do that back and forth. It's okay. Just don't let it come to a full boil. And here's a tip. If you put a wooden spoon across the top, it won't boil out. In the meantime, said the blind man, we're going to switch over here, and we're going to make our second fudge. We done peanut butter fudge. Whoops, hello. You can't see me. Oh, there you go. Now you can. We made peanut butter fudge. Now I'm going to make a dark chocolate coconut fudge, like a Mounds bar. Now, I have already melted melted again, because it got stiff on me. We got a half a stick of butter. This is a full package of Hershey's dark chocolate chips. And then to that, I'm going to add enough to make 3 cups of chocolate. Because you need 3 cups of chocolate chips. Now, if you're making traditional fudge, and I'm going to show you some that I made, just like I did with the peanut butter fudge. If you're making just a good creamy fudge with nuts, or with caramel, or just a good fudge, use the milk chocolate chips, not the semi-sweet. Okay? And you always want to melt your butter first. But this is so easy. Okay, half a stick of butter. And we have 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. Yum. And you know what I forgot? I know what I forgot. I forgot my special. My other special. Because you have to scrape all of that. This is a 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk. And this recipe can be doubled very easy. You can do a 9 by 13 pan instead of just an 8 by 8. But here's what I like to do. I like to do the little pans because instead of one big batch, I like to do several batches. You know, several little batches, 3 different flavors is what I've got in fudge. And we're going to talk about that in just a minute. Okay, so you have half a stick of melted butter and a can of sweetened condensed milk. Melt the butter first, always. Always melt your butter first. Or you get that grain when working with chocolate, or you get that grainy texture. Now, I'm going to just do the sweetened condensed milk. I got all kinds of stuff here, don't I? Y'all are always asking me what's over here in the corner. Well, that's our modem. That's Frank's Instant Coffee. This is our apple cider vinegar with the mother in it. I take a shot glass full, 2 capfuls every morning, sometimes 3. Before you eat, you got to do it first thing in the morning before you eat. I mix it with apple juice and a tablespoon of diatomaceous earth. Look up health benefits of DE, and you'll see why I do it. I'm 55 years old. I have the blood work of somebody that's 35, so that works for me. I have no cholesterol issues. I have no blood sugar issues. I have no liver issues. I have no issues at all. Okay, so we're going to mix that together. Make sure that's kind of mixed in good together, the sweetened condensed milk and that. And now we're going to add in the chocolate chips. And again, you want to put a hint of a pinch of salt. Now we're going to add these in. And you'll see that they start melting like right away. Like right away. You want to get them all mixed in real good. Make sure that all the stuff on the bottom is mixed in good. Alright? Okay. Stuff everywhere. Okay, and by the way, use your old, don't go ahead and throw that in the can. Use that to hold your dirty spatulas or spoons and stuff. That way you don't have a big mess to clean up. Now I'm going to put that in for a minute. Put that in for 1 minute. Leave that, someone need that in a minute. I'm just over here stirring the milk while that's cooking. Don't worry about me. We got to get this down. Good, I'm getting all that froth off of there. That's good too. I gotta get that down so we can get on to the next, to the white chocolate and peanut butter. I mean, white chocolate candy cane. And somewhere I had the candy canes. Okay, I buy these, and the reason I buy these for 2 reasons. One, they're not individually wrapped, so you're not sitting there peeling off candy canes. Number 1. Number 2, you could make brownies. Make a 9x13 pan of brownies. Use a Christmas tree cookie cutter, cut them out, and put this in the bottom, and you've got a Christmas tree made with these. And they're great for baking because they melt real easy, and they have a good flavor to them. And they're $1 at the dollar store. And they freeze. And they freeze. And by the way, those boxes of candy canes that you see in the grocery store, you can grab those up like tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Tuesday. They're all going to be like a quarter, 50 cents. People are trying to get rid of them, right? Well, so then what you do is you grab them up and throw them in your freezer just like they are and use them next year. You can start off with candy canes. They're perfect for baking with. Okay, so now got the chocolate all melted in. Ooh, yeah, that's going to be good. So now to that I'm going to add some coconut. Notice this is all being done in 1 measuring cup. You could do it in a bowl, all 1 bowl. Jesus Louises. Really? Got it. Get it. And if you want to add some coconut extract to this, you could. If you want to add almonds, then it's going to taste like an Almond Joy. And you just want to kind of get that mixed in. You got to work kind of fast too, because it'll set up quick, particularly when it's cold. You saw I had to remelt the butter for that very reason. Okay, so now this is going to go into another greased 8x8 pan. Again, we want to get it all. So, to make my fudge, it's a can of sweetened condensed milk, half a stick of butter, and chocolate chips. For regular fudge, use milk chocolate, not the semi-sweet, use milk chocolate chips. You can add nuts to it, you can add caramel, you can do coconut like I did here. For the coconut though, I always like to use the dark chocolate. If your family's not a fan of dark chocolate, then don't do the dark chocolate. Make sure you mash it down real good. And then we're going to put more coconut on it. On the top. Sprinkle it all out. Get up any big lumps. Make it kind of even. And then this is what I like to do with this, is mash it down into the brownies itself. Or brownies, fudge itself. Now, the peanut butter fudge will probably be ready to eat in about an hour or so in the fridge. Chocolate fudge takes longer to eat. It does. Okay. This way, just kind of mash it down. You're still going to see some on the top. That's good too. This way, it gets incorporated. The flavor will incorporate into the chocolate. All right. So this will go in the refrigerator for a couple hours, maybe. All right. So there you go. So let's keep moving. Now we're going to come back over here. And this is the finished product. This is the finished product of milk chocolate. This is just plain old buttery milk chocolate fudge. This is milk chocolate. Can you see this one? Can you see that one? This is milk chocolate with caramel. It's really good. It's my favorite. And by the way, you also want to keep them in the refrigerator until you get ready to gift them out or whatever. And we're going to be doing that in just a minute. I'll show you in just a minute. Alright, let's check on our milk. Oops, wrong spoon. Gonna keep skimming it down and skimming it down, and I'm just gonna keep measuring it in, get the skim off. I want the skim off. We're just about there. We are just about there. So, we're going to go a little bit longer. I'm going to put you on pause for just a second so I can put those two fudges in the fridge, and then we'll come back and I'll make white chocolate peanut butter, white chocolate candy cane fudge.